YouTube fam, welcome back. I am DevanOnDeck, and in today's video, I'm giving y'all something y'all been asking me for since I started this channel, and that is the entire full list of all the cameras I use, remotes I use, apps, programs, all that for YouTube and for Instagram right after this intro. Welcome back to DevanOnTech, where I give you how-tos and creative talk. In this video, you're getting all the keys to the kingdom, baby. I'm giving you the full list. And in fact, in December, the whole month, I'm actually answering a lot of questions y'all been asking me over and over again. But I've been kind of holding out because I wanted to wait to the end of the year. It's a season for giving, and I just thought it'd be a better time to do it. But anyway, if this is your first time to my channel, my name is DevanOnDeck. Once again, I first got my start on Instagram, where I make these really cool fashion videos, but I put a little bit of an anime twist to them, okay? I shoot all my own stuff, I edit all my own stuff, so I make sure to dedicate a part of my YouTube to helping y'all learn exactly how I do the things I do, how I edit, even the thinking behind how I behave online, and give y'all Instagram secrets, Instagram stories, tips, a whole bunch of stuff. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you've already subbed to my channel, make sure you hit that bell icon and you get a notification every time I drop a video. Okay, so let's start with what I'm shooting with currently right now as you're watching me. I'm shooting with my Canon G7X. This is my quintessential camera that I use for all YouTubing. I love this camera. This is very small, it's very compact. It's good when if you have a shaky hand, it's good to use because it stabilizes really well. And then most of all, it has that flip up screen. So the flip up screen allows you to see yourself. And even right now, it's like a little monitor that I can see my movements, see if I'm centered in the camera. Definitely a camera I recommend. The only downside is that two things, that the autofocus sometimes messes up if you see that I talk a lot with my hands. If you're watching this video, sometimes it might come in and out of focus if you're watching my videos because it tries to track things and sometimes just loses focus really quickly, so I don't like that. And also, it doesn't have interchangeable lenses. So the lens you're looking at right now, it's all I got. I don't get a lot of depth of field, and depth of field is basically like when things get blurred out. Like right now, you can see the crease behind me on that door, right? This is a sliding door behind me. You can see that crease right now. If it had more depth of field, if it was really shallow, then that'd be blurred out a lot more. So I wish this had that, but it doesn't. It's all good. So yes, highly recommend it. I'll make sure to link it below for you so you can check it out for yourself. And number two is my tripod here. It's by Me Photo. And what I love about this is that it stands pretty tall, almost my height. I'm 6'1". It also compacts very small and it's not super heavy. So I basically pack it and take it with me anywhere. Perfect for cinemagraphs, obviously, or anytime you need a stable shot. If you're shooting yourself, you need a tripod, and I highly recommend this one. Make sure you get that if you need a tripod. There we go. And last but not least, we have my lights here. These are by Studio Pro, I believe, and they are LED lights, so they do not run hot. They actually stay cool. They have a little bit of a dimming situation on the back, so you can actually change the power. I use them indoors for photo shoots too. If I'm doing a grid or something, or a flat lay, that works really well for that. But mostly I use them for YouTube. They kind of just stay here in my living quarters, and yeah. Oh, I almost forgot my microphone situation. So I have the H4N Pro here below me. That's what I use every time I record audio because the audio on this camera isn't as good. So I literally have it sitting on the chair, sitting on a little tripod. Oh, my little tripod too. I love this bad boy. So I'll link this below too. This is actually a really good tripod. It connects to my microphone. It connects also to my cell phone, also connects to the camera you're looking at right now. So it has multi-uses, and it's like a universal little screw thing on there that basically goes in everything. Okay, now on to my pride and joy. My number one camera, closest to my heart. It is the Canon T3i. This is the first camera my wife and I got back in 2013, and the camera I learned everything on. Back in the day, it was 700 bucks. Now you can find it for 200, 300 bucks. And again, great entry-level camera, the camera I still use to this day. I do not have a newer camera. And also it comes with the kit lens, which has a little bit of a zoom factor to it. But if you want a little bit more of a depth of field, if you want to see some of that crispy foreground and blurry background like I was telling you about that I get on a lot of my shots, then you want to get the 50mm 1.8. That's probably the lowest on the totem pole as far as cost. I think it's only $100 or $200, and that's the lens that I used for years, all the way up until this year. So all the way from 2013 to 2017, halfway through 2017, I used the 50mm only for all my depth of field shots. And now my favorite lens that I've been using every time I shoot is my 28mm. Now, this bad boy is amazing because it allows me to be able to shoot things in my hand. With the 50mm, you have to get far away from your subject with the T3i camera because of the crop sensor. So literally like it crops the entire frame. So you have to step back further in order to shoot things. But again, it's crispy, it has that good depth of field. So I recommend you get it because the 28mm is a little bit more expensive. Now, last but not least on this list of lenses is my wide angle. Now this bad boy is great for getting all of your background or your entire environment. It's amazing. I've used this a lot. You see me use it on the roof where like I get shots that are like vast and huge. I might look like super tall in there. Like it's more dramatic. If the buildings start bending, it's a great lens. It's actually by Tokina and it's 11x16. I think I got this for like 300 bucks used. I'll find it online and link it below for you if you guys are interested in checking this out. Okay, now this next thing I'm about to show you is my secret weapon. I almost didn't even show y'all this because it's my secret weapon. You know what I mean? You don't really show your secret weapon because otherwise it's not a secret. But I love y'all, so here we go. So this is my remote. This is by Aperture Pro. It's called the Coworker, and it is like 30 bucks on Amazon, and it's exactly how I always shoot myself. Now, if you look closely at the shots that I take of myself on my Instagram page, you'll notice that a lot of times I'll have one arm or one hand out of the shot. That's because I'm using this remote. It has a lot of distance to it. The wire actually comes out, or the antenna rather, comes out, and you can shoot yourself from several yards away. So tripod, that camera, the T3i, any lens you want, and this bad boy, and you are good to go for shooting yourself for anything, my friend. Okay, so that's it for the T3i. As you know, that's my baby, that's my favorite camera, but it is not my best camera. It's not my most useful camera either, just sentimental value. My best camera, you guessed it, my iPhone. This is an iPhone 7, it's not the 10, it's not the 8, it's the 7, okay? This phone, if you go into the settings, actually shoots in 4K, shoots in 1080p, shoots great photos. I've shot so many of my dopest videos on this phone right here, okay? So don't sleep on the iPhone. In fact, I made a video a long time ago about how to shoot better photos, even if you are using your phone. I'm gonna have a slide out right here. Go ahead and tap it. You'll be surprised how many of my videos that I've made with this phone. Actually, in that video, I show you. It's gonna blow your mind, trust me, okay? You see my camera's hella old, the DSLR I use, but I use my iPhone more. So if you ain't got all the dollars, all the equipment, it don't matter. As long as you have the skills and you are resourceful, you can make really dope content. Now, when it comes to computer programs, I only use 3 of them, okay? You're looking at Photoshop, Lightroom, and iMovie. iMovie's only for video, Lightroom's only for photos, and Photoshop I use for both. Lightroom and Photoshop, they come like, I think $9 a month from Adobe. iMovie just comes native to your Mac. It's a free program. It just comes there already loaded when you get the computer. It's an amazing tool. I use it. It's really simple, really easy to learn. I taught myself how to use it with my first YouTube video. So the only time I use Photoshop video on YouTube is when I need to do any type of special effect, have anything float in the air, or maybe fire come out of nowhere or whatever. That's when I use Photoshop because it has more capabilities that are kind of like an After Effects or a Premiere Pro, but I don't even know how to use those programs. I don't have them. I don't even look at them. Okay, now as far as phone apps go, I'm just now realizing as I'm making this video that I just made a video on phone apps, okay? So I'm gonna have a slide out right here. It's the top 3 apps that I use on my phone that you should use for Instagram edits. And it's a great video. It has a lot of views, probably more views than this video will ever get. And I'm fine with that because it's very useful. So go ahead and tap it. It's no point in me just repeating the same thing in this video. So before I wrap up, I do have a quick request from y'all. I need to get a new camera for 2018. I'm not sure which one I should get. Should I still go with the TI series? This old one's the T3i. Should I go T6i to the newest one or wait for the T7i? Should I get a Sony? Like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments right now. If you enjoyed this video, please give your guy a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do that. I appreciate your time as always, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.